What's going on? We're live.
What's up,
Episode number
guys?
2 of Making the Point show. Um, Unfortunately, we're out here. We had to do this through YouTube on our cell phones. The wonderful internet service where I live at does not let my studio work very good. I tried. If y'all was checking out earlier, I did the intro, and boom, it froze up. It was garbage. So I said, well, I had to end that real quick. So it was a quick 3-minute intro, and it was all fizzled out. So came out here. I'm out in the woods. If you can see, I'm out in the dark. You can see a little bit of. I'm out here at a light pole.
Not much light,
Didn't
bro.
want to do it
Not
in the
much
house.
light.
I got a little bit. My homeboy down there, George 305. He got some light. He's in the club down there in Miami right now in the back room. So what's going on? Tell everybody, guys, about yourself, Georgie, and
Oh,
where to
man.
find you, bro.
I'm here in Miami, the 305. You know how it is, man. Damn, I forgot the name of my channel, bro, for a minute. Oh, it's Jorge
Georgie
305. Yeah.
Georgie
Georgie
305. It's
305.
on
You
my
can
top
find
of
me
my
there, bro. You
links.
can find me there.
Yes,
Just
yes,
look
guys. I
me
seen
up, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me some views. Anything that'll help out.
Yes, guys. Tell them what your channel's about. Tell them what you got on your channel.
Well, right now it's all
Working
about
on that.
animals and stuff, random little videos like that. But I'm trying to work up my game a little bit.
He lives down in Miami, guys. I just seen Bone came in. What's up, Bone? Bone is down in Miami too. He's in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So what's up, Bone? And I see my wife popped in there. Hello, Lily. So Lily was gonna join us tonight when we was gonna do the streaming from the StreamYard, but unfortunately, like I said earlier, the internet went kaplunk, and it's not. It was just fizzling out. So with this system, you can only do 2 people. So fortunately, she wasn't able to join us tonight. She's in the chat, but as soon as we get a better, hopefully we get a new internet service here in the next month or so that we can improve that. So I haven't been able to stream for that since October because of this problem. Since the hurricane, this internet has just been garbage. So we're hoping we'll get that better.
Yeah, man, we need to get it in the live, man.
Yeah. We were going to do a 3 person chat tonight about the 90s. I think Lily just said that. Let me see if I can go back. See, we were supposed to do the 90s. Yes, we were supposed to do 90s. So we will. I mean, we can do a little bit of 90s. Unfortunately, Lily won't be in here. She can be in the chat. She probably a little until I guess Facebook gets not Facebook. YouTube does this where we get 3 people in here. But we'll do a little bit of that. If anybody got anything they want to talk about, hit that chat button, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Go over to Georgie's channel, which is on my channel, up in the friends page there.
Georgie
Hit it,
305.
subscribe. He has, like he's saying, he has some awesome videos about animals and cool events and things down there in the Miami area. So check it out. So like I said, we're supposed to do the 90s until somebody pops something they want to talk about in there. And the news week has been sort of all over the world. I haven't really checked the news or sports or anything. I mean, they haven't really, like, I usually do sports and stuff. I mean, mostly high school sports, but I know the XFL started this week. I didn't watch any of it, so I don't know what happened in the XFL or anything in football. If anybody's into football right now, I really don't know nothing what happened this week. I heard that the ratings wasn't the best. So the Rock, if anybody knows WWE, the Rock, he owns the XFL, which used to be owned by Vince McMahon. Supposedly the ratings wasn't that great, but only thing I know that Orlando team lost. That's the only thing I know. But besides that, I'm gonna have to check up in it maybe this weekend, tomorrow, or later today or tomorrow, see what it's all about. So, like I said, right there, it's like else besides that, baseball spring training is going on. Nothing else is going on in sports. I mean, there are a lot of trade rumors and stuff. I don't know if Georgie's seen anything. I haven't seen no movies or TV shows lately, so I can't really tell you what's going on in movies. I hadn't seen Ant-Man, so I couldn't tell you. I know a lot of people don't like that.
We need to catch up, bro.
Georgie,
we need to catch up.
Yeah, you saw that? Didn't you see that Netflix show? The one, what you call it? Which one is that? Zombie one? It's a video game one. God, it's a video game, but they made it. I know Lily watched it. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I know she said it was pretty good. what the or show you been watching? It was it Netflix or HBO? It's the video game one. It's more like where they the zombies and stuff. People become zombies and stuff. Sort of like that. What happened? All that. Um,
I don't know what movie it is, man.
any clue? Any clue? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of it. If anybody,
The only
not
zombie
Among
movie
Us.
I watched was it's not really a movie, it's a series. It's The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. I haven't seen none of that one, so
No.
I couldn't tell you about that one. But Resident Evil. No, it's God. He was talking about it. Not Resident Evil. God, I forget. It's a guy from Mandalorian's in it. God, I can't think of it. It's good. I was going to actually watch it because I've heard some good reviews about it. I know Lily, I think, saw some of it. I'm lost as usual. So
Bro, I'm bad with names,
oh,
so
there it is. There it is. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. The
oh
Last
that
of
that
Us.
was banging, man. It was really good, man.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I couldn't think of the name of it. I know it's a video game. It's
That's
actually
a
a video game series.
that's a TV series.
Yeah, yeah, but it's actually based off of a video game, like a
Yeah.
2 or 3 part video game. So
Yeah, but it's really good, man.
I know it's a series on it. I've heard it's really good. It's got the Pedro Pascal from the Mandalorian. I believe he's in it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly really, yeah, Last of Us. Yeah, Lily just said. Yeah, I want to check. I have to check it out. I haven't seen none of it. I think they got like 4 or 5 episodes already out on that. So
Yeah.
we got 4 people in there watching. That's great, awesome guys. Thank you. You have to see 3 likes.
Come
Yeah,
on,
awesome
guys. Come
graphics.
on. Get
Yeah,
on the live, guys. Get on the live.
yeah. It gets woke after
Come
episode
on.
3.
You gotta come see this pretty face right here, bro.
Phone says it gets woke after well, that. Normally, that's what happens in most of these Hollywood shows now. But I heard it first of a couple episodes was really good, so definitely got to check that out. What did you think about Georgia? I know you said you've seen part of it already.
Yeah, man. It's really good, man. I recommend it to people, man. It's on HBO. You can watch it. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the only thing I've really heard on news. No, I'm like on like TV and movies. Like I said, I hadn't seen Ant-Man. If anybody in the chat seen Ant-Man, tell me what you think about it, what you saw. We got 5 people watching. Awesome, guys. I appreciate it. 3 likes. I've heard mixed reviews about George, you a big Marvel fan? You like the Marvel movies,
Yeah, man. I love it.
comic book type stuff?
I love it. They're really
So,
good, man.
yeah, I did too. I like last year. A lot of the series was like what Ian Bone was saying, a lot real woke,
Mm-hmm.
just a lot of forcing down your throat type of topics that you just want to go in and watch a movie, enjoy the movie. You don't want to stuff. You don't want to a lesson or them to teach you something you don't really care. Just I want to see a good movie. I don't care what just give me a good movie. And like last year, I was not a fan of really any comic book movies. Marvel was really to me was terrible last year. I think even like if you had to compare Marvel and DC, the Batman was the best of any of them. Doctor Strange was just to me was god awful. I did not like Doctor Strange.
I didn't finish it.
Thor Thor 4 was god awful. Black Panther 2 probably was the best of the 3. And what is that? And let me see, guys.
Hey, you
Oh,
got
we got a
any
space
weird
shuttle
stuff
launch.
going around? Do you got any UFOs around there or anything like that we can see?
Well, I think I was looking up at the sky. I think we got a space shuttle launch. I think we have a I see look like the rocket going up in the sky. Looks like let me see if I can flip around. You probably can't see it. Well, you see that little red glare out there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's way out there towards it looks like we might have one of those SpaceX things. It's like going up through the sky up there. You can't see it, but you can see a little red dot up that way. Here you can see a little bit. Red dot back in the background.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like space shuttle launch. So no UFOs. I mean, you just mentioned that, and I just read like glare going up through the sky. So that's it looks probably one of them launches from Cape Canaveral,
Hey, we should do
which
a
we
live
see
on
ever
that,
so
man.
often.
We should like educate people about UFOs and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, out here. I mean, you would think I would come out here. I mean, we got airplanes flying around over our heads all the days. So I mean, it's I hadn't seen Bigfoot or UFO, out here, but who knows? See, we got off topic a little bit there, but I just saw that you mentioned. I just seen that glare go up through the sky, and I was like, yeah, that must be the space shuttle, but or not space shuttle, SpaceX. SpaceX. We don't have no space. Yeah. Now I'll tell you. Now this is also till we get back to Mars. When I was younger, as a kid and all that, we could really see the space shuttle good where I lived. I mean, you come right. It looked like it was like right out of the trees in the background here.
Yeah.
Because where I live is I'm in a little nowhere. If anybody knows Okeechobee, this is like the woods. So it's pitch black. I mean, if you didn't have this light right here, I mean, you wouldn't even see nothing. It would just be pitch black out here, and it would be especially at nighttime. You could see them really good. Come over the trees, and then we go out towards the ocean. This where the SpaceX they come up this way and come towards the south. I don't know. It's kind of weird they do a different launch, but but as a kid we saw like when Challenger blew up. I was second or third grade, I believe, and I was actually at school then, and they was out at recess and we saw it, and you just see a boom. It was like, well, what happened? And it was like all the kids had to get back in. It was like it was sort of like a crisis, sort of similar like what happened to the 9/11. Because it was like chaotic. We didn't know what happened, and first thing teachers said told get all the kids back in, and and sort of explain to them, like younger ones, what happened and all that and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy thing. I miss those space shuttle launch because I mean these SpaceXs are pretty cool where they'll launch up, but I mean they'll do a good little glare. But the space shuttle really, when it launched, I mean it would like you didn't know what was going. If you wasn't expecting it, you just look, you see this big, look like missile come out, a big red glow coming out of the woods, and you don't know if World War III started or what going on because you just see this big old red glow coming out of a big fire glow coming out of the sky, and you go right up over the ocean. So I mean,
Oh
it's
man.
it's a big difference, but it was a really cool sight. If I wish, I mean, that's back in they stopped doing them in the what was it? Can't remember when they started, or maybe the early 2000s. But we didn't have no camera technology like we have now. If I'd love to have the camera technology we had back, stuff that I seen when I was younger and stuff, you've been really cool. To, be to have the video. I mean, they got videotapes and stuff of people there and all that, but being able to record it like right here, the space shuttle going off and all that would have been really cool
Yeah,
scene.
would have been awesome, man.
But a really cool scene, but. Let me see. But getting back to the other thing, like I said, Black Panther's the only thing I really enjoyed. So I haven't seen this Ant-Man movie, but I haven't been really excited about seeing it. It's one I'm away for Disney Plus. I mean, obviously a lot of people I've heard mixed reviews, bad for. I got Disney Plus, fortunately, so it'll probably be out in a month or two. So I'll save about $15 plus another $20-$30 of popcorn and drinks because you're not going to go to the theater just barehanded with not a drink in a hand or popcorn to munch on. So save me a little money there and just watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Um, See something. I mean, right now, like I said, we don't have a theater. I mentioned this on the stream before. Where I live, we don't have a theater anymore, which sucks. We had a little small theater in town that you could go pay $3 for. If the movie was good, the movie was bad. Hey, it was only $3, and it was 5 miles down the road. It
That's
was right
pretty
there.
cheap, man, compared to other
Yeah,
movie theaters.
it was an old theater, but but it was hopefully they're gonna rebuild it, or they talking about the fish place next to it, redoing it, making it a movie and dinner type theater. So probably go up in price, but at least there'll be something in town. So every so often, if you want to do like a date night or go out to the movies or something,
It's worth
you
it, man.
know,
It's worth it.
well, it would be close. Like I said, now the closest theater is 50 miles away. So I got to go 50 miles. And in the movie's going to have to me right now. Like I said, it's $15, the cheapest in most of these theaters now. 12 to 50 because it went up. And like I said, and I've heard now. Listen to this, and then this is a controversy. This is a thing a lot of people want to talk about. I think it's Regal. I don't think it's AMC or Regal. They're going to start charging you by the seat. Like where you're at in the theater, they already started now. They're selling the seats. They don't sell you just buy a ticket and go like I used to. You just buy a ticket and you sit where you want to.
And a ticket
Um,
is like $25.
Well, yeah, it's depending where you want to sit. Say if you want to sit in the front, or you want to sit in the middle, or sit in the side. Certain seats are going to cost you more. Like if you want to sit dead center of the theater, like maybe midway, that seat might cost you $20. Now the far end on the corner might cost you $15. So they're getting a little like acting like Disney World and trying to overcharge people, which is like BS. You go in a theater, you know, you usually, unless you're in one of them fancy theaters has the recliners and stuff. But if you go in like it's an old, you know, a raggedy tack theater, you know, and it's like, okay, it's going to cost you $20 to sit in the middle, where it's going to cost you $15 to sit over on the corner. So that's kind of a little BS, you know.
Yo, bro, you know what's good? That they're gonna get so expensive that you're gonna pay your ticket, you're gonna pay your seat, and they're gonna offer you a girl too. So that's gonna be awesome.
Well, I know. I just like I said, it's got to be a good movie to me now to go. I mean, I know Lily's happy I don't go as much, but I used to, man, every time a Marvel film or something, I'd want to go. I want to see it, but now it's like, like this Ant Man. I just did not. I was telling somebody, I just was not interested. I'm just not excited to see it. I'm just not excited to see it. Now, I mean, there's a like now when they come up, like when by a few years from now, the Secret Wars come out, I may want to see that, but that's like 2025. But like, there's nothing in the theater coming up. I wanted to see Avatar too, like in one of them nice theaters, but 3.5 hours. I don't know if I could handle it. I'm getting old. I have to go pee like 2 or 3 times during the theater, and and you know, you'll miss it. Maybe the the Navi does something, you know, really cool, and you know, I was in there taking a pee, and you know, and that sucks. So I don't want to. I hate going to. I was like when I went last Star Wars film I went to, I was hurting so bad at the end of that movie because you know you don't want to miss nothing. You're like you're holding it, but then you're like it's gonna take me go to the pee, and you're afraid you're gonna pee all over yourself because you know you're trying to get back in time, and then you know like, everybody's like ooh, and then all, and it's like oh, what did I miss? And then oh, you can tell everybody oh, I had to go take a pee, you know, so you missed probably the best part of the movie. So Georgia, they're saying you are not visible, man. You hiding over in the dark
Bro,
now.
I just went back in the wormhole, man.
You're back in the wormhole. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I wear the shirt, but I don't care. Let's
Oh
see. What is
man.
it? What is it? Georgia, you come out the next time and we do a stream. When you come up next time, we'll do so. Lily said you can do a stream with her when you come up next time.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Hopefully,
bro.
by the time you come, I get this internet fixed and we can do a good stream.
Oh, for sure.
So
All three of us.
we have it before then. Can you see? Can I wear the shirt, but don't care too much for Marvel? Yeah, well, I mean, it's more. There's ladies that like it, but I mean, you know, most of those guys, they sort of that was like some like a boy things we liked back in the day. Like we like Marvel and Transformers and GI Joe, and most of the time the girls like Barbie and
It's right here, guys. Look, this
My Little Pony and
series,
stuff. Yeah,
The Last of Us,
yeah. It's on what's on. It's on HBO, right?
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah. You need a flashlight. Who, me or Georgie? Well, I got this light right here, so I mean, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to see the imperfections on my face.
Well, we just random ugly guys, man. What can I say?
Yeah, I know. Well, no, except Georgie now. Georgie, you know, he when he walk in the street, next, I mean,
I
our
just
last
need a
stream.
female to call me
If any of
daddy,
y'all,
papi.
yeah, if any of y'all checked out our last stream, I was in the middle of a serious conversation or something. I can't remember what it was. The next thing I hear, he goes dark, and I see number like eyeballs like looking over, and I hear Poppy, 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 two voices, Poppy, and I don't know what's going on. So, and then I see these like club lights. So I thought he went up in the club or something on me. So I was like, what's going on here? So
Man, that's a 305 life, man. The Miami life.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, okay, we can start talking about. I mean, we were supposed to talk about the '90s, and we can start talking about the '90s right now. I mean, I'll start bringing it in there. If anybody is old enough to remember the '90s, I mean, sometimes I got some friends in here that you know they were
Come on,
just getting
guys,
born.
get in the life.
They were just getting born. They were just being born in the '90s, so they don't really remember. It's like me. It was sort of like me saying, "Do I remember the '70s?" I was born in the '70s, but I was born in '78, so I would have been only 2 years old through the first 2 years, last 2 years of the '70s. So I really don't remember the '70s. I mean, I really remember the '80s. Now the '80s I remember, in the '90s, but which I really love the '80s and '90s, but I actually like the '80s more than the '90s. But you know, '90s were good too. Trying to think, go back to some of the '90s times, TV shows. Well, this is the thing about the '90s. We was talking about movies, how we judge movies and stuff like me and some of my friends and some other streamers. We really hardcore, you know, judge movies now. Back in the '90s, there wasn't no YouTube. There wasn't, you know, there really wasn't. Even on television, you really didn't know much about movies coming out until, I mean, it was like you go to the theater. just out of the blue, I don't know. You go watch something. I was trying to think of some of the movies I watched. I know we went and saw it. My dad took
The
me. We saw.
Matrix. The Matrix.
Well, oh yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm thinking '80s. God, I'm thinking the '80s. Well, '90s. Well, yeah, in the '90s. Okay, in the '90s we did have a little bit more technology. I was thinking of the '80s because the '80s. I will have to talk about the '80s another. I'll talk about that another one. But '90s we started getting a little bit more communications and more visuals and more notifications, so knowing what's coming up. '80s it was like, and I don't know, George, what year was you born?
87. 87.
Okay, so you probably wouldn't know much of the '80s. I mean, you were only 3 years old when you hit the '90s, so you wouldn't know. I mean, I'm going in like I mentioned the '80s a little bit here before I go into the '90s. Before we like talk about what how it was like in the '80s. Like I was a big Star Trek fan. I know your uncle's a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
He loves Star Trek and all that. And
Me too, bro. I like it.
I love Star Trek. Now see I love Star Wars, but see Star Wars '83 was the last Star Wars from Return of the Jedi until you know almost until the 2000 late '90s 2000 for the the prequel trilogy came out. But back then, we still had the Star Trek films coming. So I mean, we go watch a film. I mean, I remember we went and watched like Jaws 3, and that was in 3D, and a couple other movies. I can't remember. It came out in the '80s. But I was a big Star Trek fan, and he was like, you get the previews, and it was like, boom, we were just watching a regular show, and you didn't know that, because we back then it was VHS. We didn't have no DVDs or nothing. It
Yeah, it
was
was
back
cassette.
VHS. It was cassette VHS,
Yeah.
guys. It wasn't no. So you didn't get the digital. We didn't have no computer screens to know what we're going. Hey, there's goddamn. Look at that.
It
I
was
talk
up,
about
George.
George Lucas, man. See, he's see we're
Hey,
just
my
celebrities in
brother,
here.
man. You got my same name.
George Lucas, man, that's the man. He's the man who created Star Wars. I mentioned Star Wars, and boom, there comes George Lucas in here. But we watch we watch a movie. It's a regular old movie. I mean, maybe it was an animated film or something because I was still a kid back then. And boom, that next Star Trek film. You see that and you like I mean, you almost wet yourself in the theater because that was like excitement. Because man, we didn't have like these YouTube trailers and all that where you get to watch a movie. So I mean, like we talk about how man, we're bashing films now before they even come out come out in the theater. But dude, it was like back then, man. And if you go back and watch some of these films in the '80s and stuff, the quality and the visual effects was not the greatest in the world. But dude, it was amazing, exciting. You were like so excited to see those films, like especially some of them Star Trek. I mean, I go back, I still love them, even though you can tell they're really, some of the special effects was really bad and cheesy, but I mean, to me, they were still classics and all that, how they go. But then we now I'll sort of trudge back into now we'll go into the '90s, not from the '80s. '90s right now we started getting a little bit more I mean, probably the late '90s, I would say, like not the early '90s, but starting like in the late '90s, we started getting more of the computer programs. I can't remember when YouTube came. I think '99 maybe YouTube started come up or something. If anybody knows that, and then we started starting to get more digital stuff and started learning more and stuff about movies, TV, and stuff. And but even the '90s, I'm trying to think some of the big hits for me in the '90s. I mean, music. I mean, music wise, that's when the Black Album at Metallica, Nirvana just coming out, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Um, Country, you got to figure like George Strait started getting really big. He was big in the '80s, started getting big in the '90s. Garth Brooks, rap. I mean, you had Dr. Dre, Snoop, Tupac, Biggie. I mean,
Ludacris.
it started all it started getting into that, right up into the 2000s. Um, TV. TV. Well, I mean, I mean, a lot of people still watch it. Seinfeld and Friends and Cheers. I mean, my wife's gonna see Blossom. You remember Blossom if you go back in the '90s. Full House, Family. Was it Family? Family Matters with Urkel and all them. Um, Saved by the Bell. Different things. Bring back the '90s. Truly miss. Yes, I see. That's what I'm saying. I really enjoyed, and in the music. I mean, some of the music we had in the '90s, or in the '80s, night to me, '80s, '90s. But well, even Guns N' Roses, you would have they come right off '80s right into the '90s because the '90s was if you were big in the '80s, it was a lot of hair bands and like in rock and music, and sort of the '90s sort of cut them off. I mean, they still were some hair bands, but you more had the more uh what you would say garage band type punk different type things like Nirvana, Guns N' Roses was a little more wasn't like a hair band like Poison, Motley Crue, and different things. So and even the rap music, like I said, Dre and all, it was more harder core. You know, you had the gangster rap and stuff more. That when you had in the '80s, you had more like Run DMC, Public Enemy, different things. It was a little more style different, which it blended into it, but everything was a little change. A change from the styles. She said Melrose Place, yeah, 90210. A lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff. Yeah, they said I used to watch Star Trek with Georgie and Nelson. Yeah, so much change. Like, and then and then even the I mean, we're 2023. I mean, even the first of the 2000s was that first 10 years of 2000s was even I mean, we were now four generations almost from the '90s. So it's a lot of stuff's coming back from those '90s. Though I mean, you like yeah. I mean, my wife would even tell you like hairstyles, the way dresses and people dress and stuff is, and different things. So styles and stuff. But Georgia, I mean, what do you remember of the '90s, and what was your favorite little you
Man,
know?
there was so many good things about the
Things?
night, bro. Even the people were different.
Yeah.
Um, it was just a different time, man. The movies were different. The music was different. Even the rap that we used to listen, the rock we used to listen back then was different.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of changes that's been going
Well,
on since then.
the movies, the movies were made in the '90s would not be made today. Today's cancel culture, woke culture, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has to have a pillow to hug on culture.
Yeah, they're really
Cry,
sensitive, man.
crybaby culture. I mean, I hate
Yeah,
to say it, Jim. Everybody loves Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's films would not be made today. A lot of his films made back in the day, show Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Eddie Murphy. A lot of those films and shows would not be made today because they would say they were offensive or
yeah, man.
a lot of Jim Carrey. So they're making fun of people or making fun of different type of cultures or different type of things. I mean, and we laughed. Even Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler would be really wouldn't be allowed to make those type of films. And if you've noticed, a lot of the films they make today, I hate to say, are not as good as the films they used to
No, not
make.
at all, man.
It is so. I mean, it is. It's sort of like the bag, like the Kit Kat bar or the bag of chips. You remember we used to, even like I would say the Kit Kat bar. I think it used to be 5 or 6 chocolate fingers, and then there's only 4 to 3. I mean, they've skimped back the bag of chips. You only get like 5 chips where you used to get 10 chips. I mean,
Yep.
it is the way the shows and TV's the same way. They squeezed it down where there's just ain't enough of the film or the show to even make worth watching now. It's just so watered down. Um,
It's just really
and then
different. The ways they make
and I
movies,
mean,
man.
yeah, and the '90s was special to me because I graduated. I graduated in '96. I mean, that was my graduation year. So I mean, and then when I hear certain music, I always remember. Oh, I remember that in high school. I certain things. I mean, like around when I graduated. I mean, our song was "Freebird," which was not a '90s song. That was sort of the '80s, '70s from Leonard Skinner, if anybody remember. But we had a lot. We had quite a few people in our class that like hit it in the back room or something. You know what I'm saying? They like to puff the magic. They like to puff the magic dragon. So I guess they were feeling like a Freebird. So that's where a lot of that came from. But but even schools were, like today, schools are like real intense. I mean, now they're worried. They're locked down. Like sometimes, some of these schools locked down like prisons. You got to worry about every kid. Back then, I mean, they might have been a fight or two. You know, and then we had some now back in the day. We probably had some bad fights. I mean, there was a couple fights that was racially. They were both racially motivated, and it was some. It was a pretty rough fight, but we didn't. They got over. It was one fight. They both made up, and it was over with. It's just. But now you got to worry about. It's individuals and different things. Which you know, and like I said, I'm going. I want to say the word, and everybody will know what happened. Thing happened in Fort Lauderdale, thing happened up there, and I think up north, and a couple other in Texas, and where we had casualties. So I'm not going. I'm not going to go into. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, but we didn't really fear that. I mean, we didn't fear that when I was in high school. I mean, we're saying I'm
Uh,
trying to think the word. I mean, it wasn't that kind of feeling. I know like my mom when she graduated, the worst back then. The only thing they really feared was you know uh, a nuclear war or something. Back when they had the Cuban Missile Crisis and stuff like that. But I mean, really, we didn't have that kind of fear. I mean, things happen. Things, but we
it
didn't
was
have that kind of
different, bro. It was a
fear
different
in
mindset.
our when we were kids and stuff. So and to me, it was like I know I see some kids today, and I'm like, they're ready to graduate now, leave, and I was like, guys, dude, you need to enjoy these 6 months left because trust me, you will when you're gone when this is over, you're never gonna get it back. You're never gonna get that grad night back with your friends. You're not ever gonna get that prom back and your last home football game or homecoming or any of these sports and stuff. You got to enjoy that. And because I mean, once it's gone, you're back into the real world, and pretty much the government owns you, and you got to work work till you die. Pretty much is the way it works now. That's there's nothing to look forward to. There's like in faces, oh, I look for 65 to retire. There's no 65 to retire. You work till you pretty much die now. There's no such thing as to 65 because there's no money when you're 65. There's not enough money to survive. So
I
you
got
just work.
the club lights on, bro.
I know. I told you were over at the club. I'm out here in the
Yeah,
spotlight.
man. You
I
see?
mean, you gonna see mamacitas, and I'm gonna see number raccoons and Bigfoot out here. But they said we were not much into our cell phones. Well, there wasn't no cell phones when I graduated. There was no such thing as a cell phone. Only thing there was when I graduated, there was some people had beepers. There really wasn't a cell phone. Remember the cell phones back then? They were freaking huge. But even the beepers, man, them things were so expensive. And what's so good about a beeper? You have to go get a payphone and call somebody on the payphone because really nobody
Yeah.
had a cell phone. So I mean,
All
the
they would
beepers
do
were
was beat.
the beepers were a joke. I mean, they were only people for like business people. So I mean, really, I mean, cell phones didn't get until like the 2000s. So we didn't. I mean, we didn't have to worry about that. And even in the games, a lot of kids now are in these games and stuff. We had God, we had like the old Sega Genesis or the old Atari, the old Nintendos. Well, I mean, PlayStation One wasn't even out back then, or Xbox and on it. It was the old. I mean, and I like we went play. I had some of my friends. I had the old Nintendo. We'd play, but I mean, it was just stick figures, and yeah, we'd play a little bit, and then we'd go, hey, we're gonna go outside and play for football. That's the way it was, or go ride go karts or dune buggies or whatever we want to do. That's how it worked. I mean, my life saying Nokia. There wasn't no Nokia when I graduated in '90s. It wasn't until like 2000s. I mean, maybe '99, but when I graduated in '96, they wasn't even cell phones out. They was like big old. It looked like a big old it looked like them big old walkie talkies. The army. You've seen these army movies they had. That was the only kind of cell phones they used to have out back then. It wasn't. We didn't have face. Right now, what we're doing, and there was no technology for that. Even the TVs were like big old boxy looking heavy little small 15-inch screens back then. There wasn't no glass tubes back then. There wasn't no fancy TVs back then. So there wasn't no 4K or 8K or um, you know, all that stuff. You had VHS tapes and that was it. I'll tell you one thing. It would suck because even like when I went, even like the TV and stuff, like your MTV and stuff when they had it. You're watching, you put the VHS, you'd try to record the videos you like because you'd hope they come on. Because there was no way to get the no way to get the videos. Like there was no YouTube or instant stream or XM radio or nothing like that. So oh man, you heard a song, you're like, oh man, I like that song. So or you'd be rushing, you hear it on the radio, you'd be rushing, get like a blank tape and try to record it, and you hear an old fizzle song, trying to get it half recorded when you're probably talking in the middle of the song, when it's recording. So so definitely a different time change. I see 3 people's popped in. Hey guys, hit that like, subscribe, share button. Georgie 305's with me tonight. Hit his
Yeah,
channel, try
guys,
to
subscribe,
subscribe his
subscribe.
channel. Hey, if you got a comment, hey, put that comment in there. Let us know what you think. We're talking about the 90s. I mean, we're popped in the 80s, 90s, and then, a little bit in the 2000s because we're trying to, it wiggle both ways because, a lot of stuff happened right at the ends of both eras. So I know my wife keeps saying phones, but they really didn't know phones till like the end of 90s, 2000s. So yeah, 99, but that came after. But
Come
besides
on,
that,
guys, let's bump in them views. Only 3 people on. Come on, come on.
it is subscribe. If you look closely, you might see a screech out there. I ain't seen him tonight. I heard him last night. He usually he'll be up there above that pole right above my head here, but he hasn't been out here tonight. I got the cats out here with me, but that's about it. You can see my cat. He's over there. He's under here watching at me, but
Man, there's something about cats, man. They're so smart.
yeah, that's my he's our little house, our little yard cat out here. But yeah, I have an owl. He comes out. I actually have 2 owls. There's a little one. That little one's scary. If he starts screeching, have you ever heard one of them, Georgie?
No, not really, man.
It sounds like, okay. Now the hoot owl, we got the hoot owl's the big old hoot owl. He'll go whoo hoo 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 hoo. He's not bad, but that screech owl, he'll go. He sounds like a banshee in the middle, like like you're just dead silent band. You hear them movies, how like banshee, or, like that. It's like screech, and it's if you're out there and you don't expect him, and you think, man, you think you got called or something.
Hey,
It's
Lily,
crazy.
come out. Come out so you can get on the live.
Well, she'd have to come out here in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
That's
Tell her to come
what I
out because
read.
she was saying to go in, but tell her to come out.
No, it's quieter out here. I mean, I don't want to hear my kids screaming and hollering in there, so I don't want to come out here until they go to bed. But he's he's catching the lizard. The cat? Ain't no lizards out here. It's calm. Maybe he's catching ain't even a mosquito out here tonight.
Lily, come
It's
out.
not. Well, I tell you, I don't know. I don't know how cold it. I don't know how the temperature. I'd say it's maybe in the mid 60s. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just a little bit of. You feel a little bit of chill, but not too bad. It's feels good. But no mosquitoes, nothing bite, no bugs flying around. Usually have gnats and different things at night. Ain't nothing flying around out here.
It's not
I mean,
cold
here's
out
some.
there?
No, I would say 65 maybe. I mean, it's not hot, but not cold. It
Oh, that's
feels
nice
like
weather, man.
it feel it feels like you're in a house with a little bit of air conditioner blowing. So you're not sweating, but you're not freezing either. So it's got
Oh,
a
that's
good
nice.
feeling out here. And like I said, and she wouldn't be scared. There's no frogs jumping. I mean, we're dry. We had no rain in a while. You hear some crickets out in the woods out there. Some just some normal crickets and things, but
Come on, Lily, join us. Join us, Lily. Come
nothing going
outside.
on. I mean, we'll probably go live now. I'm gonna come live out here next week because we got this music festival coming on. And towards my well, you can see that way towards the barn. Well, you can't see it now, but this way, well, that way, this thing will be lit up. It'll look like Disney World during their fireworks celebration. You'll have all these strobe lights, and you hear all this bass going on for 4 days straight until like 4 or 5 in the morning every night. So uh, if you're in the Florida area and you like techno and bass and all kind of like new age type music, they got the Okeechobee Music Festival starting Thursday. We're starting probably next few days. We'll be starting to get a lot of people in. I noticed we're getting a lot of traffic tonight driving through. So a lot of people coming in. My friend, his trailer park, he's already getting quite a few people staying already. So they'll be starting Thursday. They'll start letting them in. 30,000 people coming in out of the blue on a 2-lane road. So it'll be crazy. So and then it like I said, it starts. It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning it'll be chaos. With people going to school because they'll be trying to leave here. But the next probably starting probably Sunday, Monday, you'll be getting a lot of people coming in. They'll be hitting all the stores, buying a lot of food and stuff. You'll be seeing a lot of campers, a lot of vans and stuff. So there'll be people parking on the side of the road and all that until this thing starts. They'll start letting them in on Thursday evening. I'm glad I don't live down that road. I know I have some people that live down that road, and they said it's going to be chaotic. So, I'm back. I'm back. Watching the kids. I don't think I can. He watching the kids. Yeah, I know. Keep watching the mic too. All right, guys. Yeah, I see people watching. I got Georgie in the club down there. I mean, you got some comments.
Come on, man. Next live we do, bro. I'm gonna bring in the
out.
chick.
I mean, we got up to like I think 7 people watching at one time.
Next time we do a live, bro, I'm gonna bring in the chick.
I appreciate it. I got 4 likes. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we were going to do this. I was going to do this in my studio and have it more professional and have some fun with it and pop some videos in there. But fortunately, the wonderful, I'm going to mention their names, internet service we have here is, total trash. But we'll see what happens from there. So we're hoping we'll get some better quality service here in the next month or so if we can get it improved. But besides that, like I said, we're here on a Saturday evening. Well, we already went 40 minutes through, so we're cruising through this night. I don't know how long we're gonna be on. Maybe we'll try to make it an hour. I would say no more than an hour.
We can do 3 hours, bro. 3 hours, bro.
Oh, we can do it well, and until the phone dies. Until the phone dies. Hey, I did it before, man. It's tough, man. You start. You have to go. I have to go get a reload of water or something. But yeah, it's possible. As long as we got content, we got topics, we can do it.
Oh man, just to make the people happy, man. We just to make the people happy.
Exactly. Wish we could have done this sooner today. Well, it's kind of hard with the kids and all that, but we'll get it and we'll start doing it. So Georgia, okay. I mean, we've scattered around for the 90s. I mean, I don't see anybody else added anything else on it. So what else is new? You got anything new, interesting, or a thing you're thinking about for the channel, or are what are you working on?
I mean, like I have a couple ideas, but they're just ideas. I have to see if it's gonna work out. But I'm just taking it slow. I'm guessing. But and
guys,
you what?
Georgia lives in Miami, so if you got anything you want to see in Miami, let him know. I mean, he could do a tour of the beach. There's a lot of cool stuff down in Hialeah, downtown Miami. You got a lot of cool. You got a lot of things you could, Georgie, down there. Where's that? My wife always tells me there's that castle down there. It's got what is it? The like Coral Castle or something like that.
Yeah, man.
A lot of cool stuff. Cool stuff. She's always telling me about those haunted places y'all went to when y'all were kids and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You can make some good videos there.
That was scary, man.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of naked beaches here too.
Oh, there we go. He just have to blurt it out a little bit. So I have to say that for the OnlyFans page, that's.
Yeah, man. Hey, but people here on YouTube, they like it too.
Oh yeah, they like it. Yeah, he's right there in the club right now. You know what club he's in right now? He's in the back room of the club. He's at the Pink Pussycat or somewhere down there. You never know.
You see the lights? Those strobe lights right there.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I see a shadow of a girl go by, I know where you're at, man. So.
Hey, next live we do, man. I'm gonna bring some chicas. You never know.
You better, man. We need somebody. We need them to talk to, man. That'll give us some
ideas,
content.
Some entertainment.
Where we will take you. You need to go to Twin Peaks, man. We'll put you. You go live from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, man.
You do that, man. You do that, man. We'll definitely have some views and some questions coming on. We'll have some questions, guys.
Oh man, where's Lily at?
She's inside. She's inside.
So
Down to one.
talking about what we were talking about, man. Which was one of your favorite movies that came out in the 90s?
Favorite movie in the '90s. See, I gotta remember because problem is a lot of the movies they tie when in the '80s. Favorite movie in the '90s. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of the time frame. Well, Twister would be one of them.
Yeah, Twister was
That
hot.
wasn't that. That wasn't. I'm trying to remember because sometimes you remember when they ended up they were in the 2000s or they were in the '80s because some of the movies. Twister would be one of them. I mean, definitely Terminator 2. That was one of the best movies. Um, Independence Day. I really like the first, and now the second Independence Day was should never been made. But the first Independence Day was really good. I saw that one multiple times. Um, '90s. Trying to think what else we had.
You said End of Days, right?
No, 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 not End of Days. Independence Day. Independence
Oh,
Day.
okay, okay.
Because Independence Day came out in, I think my year I graduated. I think it was, I believe, in '97 or something like that. It was. I don't think it was too far. It was. I believe it was It was late '90s. But like a Twister. Um,
Man, that
uh,
Twister movie was really good, man.
yeah, they're supposed to make a second one. They're supposed to make us Twisters. I mean, you're not. You can bring what's her name in, but what's his name? The main guy. He died, so they won't have him in there anymore. He won't be able to be in it. Trying to think. The Batman. Oh no, but no, the Batman was 89. No, Batman was 89. No, the Batman wasn't 90s. Batman was 89. I can't say the Batman. Um, Batman was 89, wasn't it? 89. I think 89. I believe.
Hey man, you should wear some sunglasses like that. We can look like Man in Black.
Yeah. Well, the Men in Black was the first Men in Black good, but that was in the 2000s. I believe that was in the late early 2000s. I'm trying to think because I'm thinking of movies, but then I'm thinking, oh no, those were in the either 2000 or 89 80s. Um, 80, I'm trying to think 90s. Mm, I'm sure there's quite a few. I'm just trying to think of them. Look up. Oh no, yeah, since you won't be looking. I thought I can't remember. I guess, but yeah, Batman was in '89. He wasn't. He wasn't. I would have said him, the first Batman. You remember the original one? Well, I mean, we had. Well, I like Batman. See, a lot of people don't like Batman 3. I really like that one. I mean, I wish it had Michael Keaton in it, but I like the Riddler with I like that. The Kiss of the Rose. When Seal came out, that song. I really like that movie. That was a fun movie. Oh, trying to think. Well, start naming some, man, before I can start. Then I'll start helping me out remembering some of them. Oh, I mean, we had the Whitney Houston movie. What was it? The one with Kevin Costner. That was a really good movie. The Bodyguard. Georgie, you there? I think I lost Georgie. Georgie, you still there? Georgie, you still there? Oh, I must have lost Georgie.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you there? Okay. Okay, start. Yeah, start naming something you like, man. I can start thinking of some more.
Yeah, I'm doing a Google search. I'm looking
Oh, okay.
for.
And guys, I'd probably start remembering more. Like I said, when you start getting old, you start forgetting things, or just Well, like I said, I know the Bodyguard came out. That was a really good movie with Whitney Houston.
Jurassic Park came out in the 90s too.
Oh, the first one. I was going to mention the
Yeah.
first director, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know if he hit. I couldn't remember if it was that or early 2000 or early 2000.
I don't know if you went to Avatar. Avatar came out in the 90s too.
No, not the first. The Avatar was in 2000s, wasn't it? Yeah, it was in 2000s. Yeah, the first Avatar was in 2000s. It had to be. Yeah, because there was no way they had that technology in the '90s. Yeah, Google it real quick. See what you see. It sees 90s movies. Trying to think. Oh, Friday was. I remember Friday. If you remember Friday, that was a pretty good movie. Um, you still up? You hear the? I hear the hoot owl right now. It's a hooting in the far
The
background.
Mummy, Titanic.
Titanic came out in the 90s. I didn't think that came out to the 2000s. I didn't think that came out to the 2000s.
It was 97.
97 is when Titanic came out. Okay. Well, the Mummy, Mummy was really good. The first Mummy was really good. Ugh, it's like we lost our viewer.
We lost our viewers.
Yeah, we lost our viewers. Everybody's, I guess, going to bed. We're getting close to the hour mark. I mean, if you want to hit it right at the hour mark, George, we'll cut her off there, and then we'll come back for episode 3 the next few days and see where we'll go from there. But we got another about 6-7 minutes. Yeah. See what else you say there was what come out. And Titanic was a good one. The Mummy, Jurassic Park. Men in Black. When was Men in Black first Men in Black come out? Was that in the 90s too? Yeah, I'm thinking about 90s, man. One of the biggest things. One of the big things I was really into bowling. I really did a lot of bowling back in the 90s. A lot of spades, man. Me and my boys, we used to go over to my friend's house, and him and me, his dad, and a couple other friends. We'd play spades all the time. That was the biggest thing. Remember spades? You ever play spades? George, you there?
I'm here. I'm here.
You remember spades? You ever play spades?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me and my boys just played it all the time in the nights. I haven't played that in so long. Yeah, we used to play spades. We used to play it in school all the time. Spades. Then we started playing poker later on. But yeah, that was the main. That was one of the big things. Big bowling, golf, football, different things.
Damn, I think Lily's the only one watching, bro.
See what?
I think Lily's the only one watching.
Yeah, she's helping us out. She's keeping the rhythm. As I said, we got 53, so we got like less than 6 minutes. So once we hit that 1 hour mark, I will shut her down, and we'll, like I said, we'll we'll go from there. In our next video, we'll come on another topics and see what brings out the views.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, probably anybody re-watches this video, like definitely check out Georgie 305's channel. Subscribe, share, like to it, and check out my wife's channel, Lily's home cooking. She has some fun videos on there, cooking and different things, arts and crafts, and fun things, different things. And it's
Man,
first time,
today's life has gone on quick, man.
huh?
That today's life has gone quick. The time.
Yeah, I mean we're already at 60 minutes. I'm like, we were behind because I was set up on the other thing, and then it came and gone, and then I had to get out here and restart it. So then we got 4 likes, man. That's really good tonight. And we'll get some re-watches and stuff. So, like I said, check out George's channel. If you're new to my channel, like, check it out, subscribe, share, like. I've been posting a lot of shorts on there. Been a lot of airplane videos. If you like airplanes, I still got a lot of clips from the wrestling show from 2 weeks ago. I'll probably do a lot more clips on that because I haven't really clipped all the matches. It was the double steel cage match and all that. So check them out. I'll be clipping some of them, trying to do won't have the whole matches on. I probably won't have them for a couple months, but I'll have them in there, so they will be available probably a couple months. Um, just some fun videos. I've been doing a lot. I've been getting a lot of airplane videos. I missed out. There was some. They were having something at I guess at the airport yesterday, or day before, and they had a bunch of old World War II airplanes flying over. And I was trying to get it. I didn't get my phone out in time, but it was some like old planes flying across the sky, across the school, over the school. So I've been clipping them when I see them. So really fun videos. Got some good views, and it's cool, man. You put a little Mission Impossible or different themes to them, and it, or Indiana Jones, and it just ties right into the airplane flying. So, and I wish we did have an air show here in town. We have an airport here, so I wish they had an air show here. They always have one at Stewart, Fort Pierce, and Sebastian, but it would be cool to him to bring one here.
That would be super fun, man.
Oh, another thing, if you do live in the Okeechobee area, we are getting a donut shop here in the near future, Dixie Cream Donuts, which if you're from Fort Pierce or Port St. Lucie, which you probably one of the best donuts. I tell you, George, if you ever try these donuts, they're better than Krispy Kreme. They are the bomb. They're way better. All we got is Dunkin' Donuts here. These things are way better, and they're like I would say they're to me they're better than Krispy Kreme. They're really good. I mean, I ain't saying they're healthy, but they're really good. They'll put on a few pounds for you. But they're good, man. I mean, all the good stuff's bad for you. Yeah.
I mean, people just like the taste, man. They just want to taste it good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. There's some good donuts, man.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to. That's coming up in the near future. Like I said, we got the. I'm not going to it, but like I said, we got the. I might film some of the crazy people running across town, but we got this music festival coming this week, and then we got the Speckled Perch the week after, which I'll probably go to that. They have there's a rodeo, and then there's a big festival in town, so we'll probably go to that festival in town where they have all kind of fish fries and all kind of live entertainment and stuff in town. Up there, where we saw the big Brahma bulls and stuff in the park up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff there. And then the week after that, a spring break, and we have the fair in town. So I definitely be at the fair. Definitely be at the fair one of those um, one of those days, and we'll film some of the fair attractions. May not ride them, but we'll film them and some of the eating places and livestock. They always have the livestock shows, and all the pigs and the cows and the different things. They have the petting zoo up there with the elephants, and well, they don't have any elephants, but they have the giraffes and stuff like that. So definitely be up there, check that out. It's always a fun thing. Last year it rained, so hopefully it doesn't rain this year on it. So it's a nice clear day. Let me see, show everybody the moon. Got the moon. Let me see the moon up there tonight.
And nice, man. Nice view.
Nice. The other night, if you've seen that one video I have, there was it was Jupiter Venus was right next to the moon. So it was a really cool video. It was like right there, close to it. So it made it look like a connected to it, and straight down was the other planet. So it's really cool. Well, we got about 2 minutes before the hour mark. George, you got any last minute any thoughts or anything we need to leave the show on?
Nah, just give it a views, man. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up.
Check it out. Like I said, there's a lot of other cool people on there. Check their channels out. Also, try to help everybody else. Help the community out. Have some fun. Be
Yep.
safe for this week. Be safe in this weekend, and like I said, one more day, and then we're back to the work schedule, having
Yep.
fun, and all that.
Leave comments,
Mark.
guys. Comments.
Comments. That's all I said. That helps the channel. Comments. Catch all you later. Yeah, Liddy's gone to bed. Yeah, comments helps out. Yeah. Hit a comment. Even if you're rewatching this, you got a comment, put a comment there. I'll try to answer it the best I can. And like I said, if you do subscribe, hit the notification button, that little bell button, because guys, that'll let you know when we're back on, or I'm back on, or if you go to Georgie, or when he's doing something, it'll always let you know if he's got a new video, or if I got a video, or anybody's got a video. So hit that little notification button. That always helps out. And like I said, leave a comment. And
Exactly, guys.
I had a fire going, but I guess it burned out. So I was going to show you the fire, but it's already burned out already. I got to relight it, but almost hitting that minute, 60-minute mark. Like I said, once again, please Subscribe, share, like, hit that notification bell. Helps us out.
Give it a thumbs up, guys.
Thumbs up, big thumbs up. Let us know what you're doing, and let us know what you want to see. And that's your opinions and thoughts. We'll be lost. Oh, we'll come up with something. But
All
we'll
right,
come up with
guys.
something. Yeah. All right. Peace out. Until next time.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.